Hey everyone, it's Kiralee here. How you going? How have you been experiencing the energies? August has been a pretty intense month with the Lion's Gate energy portal, stepping into higher states of, or the willingness to step into higher states of consciousness, shedding the old heavy three-dimensional thought paradigms and our shadow side, that which no longer serves us. Then we had the full moon, which was a time of letting go, and thank God all those energies seem to have kind of calmed down over the last maybe week. I think I've noticed things been a bit more settled. So yeah, good. As we make our way into a new moon in Virgo, and I've just pulled the new moon in Virgo card from the Moonology Oracle cards, and it's a time for giving rather than taking. But what Spirit sort of said to me just as I was linking in with the energies, this is more about allowing people space to speak their truth. There has been a lot of unhealed trauma in everyone on the collective, and those people that have experienced their shadow side may need to come through and kind of confess or ask for forgiveness, or just explain some of their recent behaviours, and it's giving them the space without judgment, and without comment too, preferably, or without unsolicited advice. It's just allowing, respecting the person for stepping forward for a start, and taking action. It takes courage to take action, especially when you're coming forward, expressing some truths that have been hidden for so long, consciously or unconsciously. So I feel just with this new moon is, kind of with what the new moon is all about as far as creating intentions and, new beginnings, and whatever it is you want to be taking on the next step. Start indicating to the universe, start getting clear about what it is you do want, and start creating it in your mind. And sometimes that can sorry, just distraction. When you can create it in your mind, then write it down. There is power in using the pen. And everything starts with a thought, and it's our reaction to our perception of our thought that creates a feeling. So thoughts are projecting out to the universe that which you desire in form of frequency or vibration, frequency. And then your feelings are your magnet. If you're experiencing situations that aren't making you happy or are lowering your vibrations, then you need to look at yourself and look at that which needs healing within self. That which has been triggered is that which needs healing within self, even though someone's reflected it back to us. Harsh lessons. Oh, it's hard. I know. It's hard. It's hard. But we just have to keep going. And having faith and trust in, and it's not having expectations when you give, but when we can give unconditionally without expectation, it just opens up a channel of more flow. So at the moment, perhaps we higher vibrating beings are the channels of higher frequency to the lower vibrations that we are lower frequencies on the planet. So when we're tuned in and turned on, then the flow starts. So it's having faith and trust that you will receive that which you need from Mother Earth or Spirit. Having faith and trust. When you give, you receive. But as light workers, if you like, or healers, are being asked to also, extend beyond our own reality. And help those also that are struggling through this time of ascension, the masculine energies. I'm feeling that a lot, actually. The masculine energies are struggling at the moment with their ascension, with what's going on. They're being forced to look at their shadow side, some of their egos, that which is real for them. And of course, if they're not had their spiritual awakening, that's what's happening for the collective masculine at the moment. So a lot of them may not know what's going on with them because there may not be anyone around that they can trust enough, or that who understands what they're going through. Okay, so have a little bit of compassion for our divine masculine, and send them lots of love and healing as well as they go through this process. We can't help them through it. It's something that they need to address themselves, and when they are ready to address themselves, it's unhealed trauma, childhood trauma, root chakra healing, base chakra healing, like security, life force, grounding. And of course, when the ego is being shed, or being forced to look at the shadow side to address certain patterns or cycles, behaviors, then it can be very uncomfortable, because we're being forced to look at our actual truth, so who we are behind that. To heal that and to forgive and have compassion and lighten our bodies. Our bodies can't keep carrying the trauma. We're going through an ascension process. So our physical bodies are having to shed old stuff, old thought paradigms, old limiting beliefs, perhaps um, nutritional dietary changes, certain addictions, perhaps, or toxins in certain foods, or certain foods that we, processed foods, are quite heavy energetically. So some of us may be moving away from those heavy, dense energies. And so as our body is preparing to handle this new higher frequency, if you like, it may feel like we're going through withdrawal symptoms, actually. Sweats, headaches, emotions, especially over the last couple of weeks with the energies, the really intense energies. Yeah, hell, in other words. Yeah. So, just allow your body, if you can, to rest, and to, feed it good thoughts as well, loving thoughts, good nutrition, um, humour. Don't forget to laugh. I'm hearing. Yeah, so, yes, the divine masculines. Let's intend for them to get through this period of awakening with ease, and come out the other side and a wee bit lighter. Okay, so new moon in Virgo. Let's ask the cards. Queen of Wands. Talking about, doing something or having achieved something. She's a very passionate woman. Um, got a lot of fire, a lot of drive, enthusiasm. So divine feminine. And that's just not talking about females, the males can relate. We've both got masculine, feminine within us. Okay. Okay. So Six of Cups, looking at the past. So what I was talking about, looking at our past, any past traumas, allow them to come up. I know it's not fun, but for the sake of a couple of weeks of feeling like you've been dragged through hell backwards, emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally, to come out the other side, then you come out, a wiser person. The inner child. I don't know if this card specifically speaks of inner child, but I was linking in with the inner child as well. Go and heal that inner child. The inner child that just wanted love and acceptance and nurturing, gentleness, comfort, that perhaps didn't receive it in that way. Go back to that inner child and give her or him big hug with an open heart, radiating your love into your inner child. Whispering in their ear, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. And allowing your energy to blend with the energy of your inner child, bringing that energy into your heart with love, with compassion, with healing. And welcome them into your new vibration. And allow their childlike playfulness, spontaneity, sense of adventure, sense of humour, sense of fun to come to the fore. Bringing about the healing that your inner child has been longing for. Feeling whole and complete. Ready to go forward with fun. Always remembering they are there right with you. With love, with light, with admiration, with astonishment, with amazement, looking up to you, the person you have grown into, the person you are evolving. Teaching your inner child these lessons, these experiences. As you do it together, knowing you've always got someone by your side, encouraging you, telling you you can do it. We can do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. The inner child has no fear. Just linking in with the masculine energy there as well, the divine masculine about, the childhood trauma. Allow that to come up in a safe space. To share with a loyal companion, someone that you feel safe with, someone that won't judge you, someone that is just willing to sit and listen and hear you and hug you and let you know everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be all right. The divine feminine knows this because she's been through this. We've just been through this. We're still coming out the other side. So we can inspire by walking our talk, but we can't drag the masculine through their healing process. That's something they need to do in their own time themselves when they are ready, because it's shedding. Oh, sorry, my hair, I can see it's looking funny. Anyway, okay, so another card. Yeah, so here's the divine feminine, the Seven of Wands. It's like she's protecting herself. She's like, no, I'm not helping you. I've had to do it myself. I had to do, yeah, we had to do it ourselves. So come on. Yeah, we had no rule book. We didn't know how to do it. We just had to go through it. You just have to feel the feelings. Allow yourself to feel the feelings. Don't resist them. Yeah, it's uncomfortable. It's awful. It's ugly. It's emotional. But just allow yourself to feel them, because it'll pass. The feelings will pass. Don't fight them, or don't try and push them down, or don't try and stop them. That's where we run into trouble. And this is where we come out. We're sitting in our power. It's like when we can shed these old illusions, because what is an illusion? What is true for you? So it's different for all of us, but just ask yourself that. Okay, Six of Pentacles. So I feel once the divine masculine has gone through their ascension or their awakening or whatever it is for them, it's like they are now leveling up. They now have gone, because they've had to go through that healing process themselves. They've had to they've discovered a lot of truths, been forced to confront their truths. So it's like they go through this process to shed, and now they're stepping up. They're stepping up to the divine feminine. It's like they've gone through this knowingness of, like, spirit, there's more to life than meets the eye. It's the unseen that they are now starting to see. Yeah, and it's like they get it. Cool. Okay. So the new moon in Virgo. So this is all. So the divine masculine, it's looking at what you want to, how you see yourself on the other side of this ascension process. You know, indicate your intentions. That's my slogan. Indicate your intentions. The clearer we can be, the clearer we can create the image in our mind and being really specific. And that's why I say write it down, because then you can empty your mind. When you're thinking, you're creating these feelings, So when you're writing, you're subconsciously projecting the feelings of that which you're writing. So that's write what you do want, focus on what you do want, create in your mind what you do want, how it looks to you. And you can change the list, but at least it empties your mind, which allows for new ideas or inspirations or downloads. And have no limits. And have no time limits either. Don't force it, divine masculine. It takes time. There's no easy and quick way out of it. But doing something towards yourself in a healing, loving, nurturing, compassionate way every day, you will get there. It's like baby steps. Baby steps for you guys, because it's all new territory. It's all foreign. Okay, but you're not alone. What else would you like to tell us about the new moon in Virgo? What about for the divine feminine? What about our divine feminine readers, Spirit? Justice. Justice will be served. So this is fair and just decisions, or this is linking in with the when you can be an open channel, when you have faith and trust in spirit or source, whomever that is to you, when you believe, you receive. Okay, so just know that which you feel you may have missed out on because you were called on for whatever reason, you were taken away or taken off your pathway slightly for whatever reason, out of your control. So you were called to service, I'm hearing, okay? Then you will receive reward for that, okay? Passionate, someone coming in with a passionate new idea or a messenger with news of maybe a new job or just something, a new passion, okay, just to kickstart a new kind of cycle. I'm kind of linking in with that's the divine masculine. Once they're through the other side, it's like, oh, thank God, I can kick up my heels, because they never done that before. New moon in Virgo. Okay, I'll just pull another card. How are we going for time? Oh, okay. I'll try and keep them short, because sometimes the hour, not everyone's got an hour. Okay, so new moon in Virgo. What else can you tell us? Oh, new moon in Libra. A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Aries on the bottom. Could be fire sign, Aries. Interesting that we were talking about divine masculine. So Yes, they will come in. Those new romantic cycles will be with the divine masculine that's done the healing, that's done their healing, or at least started their cycle of healing and willing to continue it. That's exciting. That could be all part of the justice as well. Those who have done the healing through broken relationships or situationships. You know, a lot of divine feminine have had tower moments, and I speak for myself as well. Not just one, few, just in the last couple of months. Yeah. Well, actually, all year, when I think about it, they're kind of not been non-stop. But I suppose that's with the spiritual cycle of ascending and letting go of all that which you believe to be true, and then it's challenged, and all of a sudden it's like, that's not what I thought it was, and you start going within, and the cycle begins. Because once you start it, once you start the wheel turning, there's kind of no stopping it, really. Yeah. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Today is Friday the 26th, so new moon, I think. When is it tomorrow, or should I check that actually? 20, yeah, tomorrow. Saturday, tomorrow. So yeah, start to set your intentions. Yeah. Good luck manifesting your new romantic cycle. It's exciting. I'd like to know how you get on. Okay, guys, have a good weekend. See ya.